Hey guys, it's Steven here, and today I'm back with another movie review, and today in this video I'm going to be reviewing The Greatest Showman. So, The Greatest Showman is directed by Michael Gracie, and is a musical that is loosely inspired by the true life story of P.T. Barnum, who was a very famous showman and the founder of the Barnum and Bailey Circus. And in this film, he is a man who is extremely poor, and his family has very little money. And he is a guy who really wants to achieve his dreams. And his solution to all his family and his money problems was to start this big show for the public featuring all these very strange and interesting sideshow attractions, and bringing them out of the shadows to be attractions for the public in this big show that he's creating. And this was a film that was really interesting to me. When I saw the trailers, I thought that this movie would be really good. But I started hearing reviews, and some people said it wasn't that great. But I still wanted to see it because I am a big musical person, surprisingly. Now let me say that I really love musicals, and this was a movie that, as far as what I thought of it, sorry about that. I kind of liked it, but I kind of didn't like it. I have some mixed feelings on the movie. I think it's got some really good aspects, and then there are some really bad aspects to it. So it's kind of a mixed bag for me. But this was a movie that it's really kind of interesting and bizarre, and as many people know that pretty much 95% of the things that are shown in this movie didn't actually happen. Okay, obviously their life isn't a musical, so the whole musical aspect is just that never happened. And then they just really gloss over a lot of things. P.T. Barnum in this movie is kind of made out to be this really this big hero type protagonist character you're supposed to root for, when in real life P.T. Barnum was kind of a con man who really didn't care about anybody but himself. So, but I kind of knew that going into the movie, so I kind of separated the film from the actual events. So there was that, but even still, I still found there to be a few problems with it. But as far as what I liked, I thought that Hugh Jackman, who played P.T. Barnum, I thought he did a really good job. I mean, his singing was great. His his performance in general, I thought was really good. He seemed like he was committed. Pretty much all the actors did a pretty good job. I think the actors who played the sideshow attractions were great, and I think as far as the musical aspect of this film, when you make a musical, you have to have good music, and I thought the music was pretty good for the most part. Some of the songs I didn't really care for. Some of them I thought were pretty good, and as far as the other performances, I thought that Zac Efron was good. I thought Zendaya was good. I didn't really understand the relationship between those two characters. It really felt kind of underdeveloped, and it was just he's attractive and she's attractive, and they just form this relationship, which I just found to be odd. Michelle Williams was okay. She didn't really feel like she needed to be in the movie, and neither did Rebecca Ferguson. They were pretty much just there. They didn't feel really big in the movie. I mean, I feel like Rebecca Ferguson had a bigger, part. Well, you know what? I probably wouldn't say that. I think that their parts were pretty substantial, but I really don't think you needed to cast those two to be in this movie. I mean, their singing's good, or Michelle Williams' singing's good, but yeah. This is the first movie that Michael Gracey directed, or at least his first big movie, and I think he did a good job for the most part. The choreography is, it's not great. Some of it is kind of like okay. Um, it's a very well shot movie. It has amazing production design and costumes, and the sound mixing is also really good. Uh, the the music, as I said, is good. I feel like the big problem is the script. It just doesn't really feel that cohesive of a script. It's like there's so many different themes throughout this film that don't really mix together. Like first, it's like it has this theme about about like about having your dreams and wanting to achieve your dreams, which is a good message, which has been shown in a lot of movies. And then there's like that message with the sideshow attractions of like you can be different and it's like fine, and like these people should be accepted for who they are, which was a great message. But then there's a completely different message about like like fame and what fame and success can do to somebody. And it's like none of these themes are really like completely fulfilled, and like just don't really mesh together well, so it just kind of felt a little bit all over the place to me. So as far as The Greatest Showman goes, I thought it was a decent movie. It wasn't great. There were aspects that I liked, such as the music and the performances and the really good set design. But there's just a lot of problems that are kind of hard for me to look past. So now it's time to give it a rating. So as for the acting, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 4. I think the acting is pretty solid for the most part. Hugh Jackman is great, as he always is. I mean, he's Hugh Jackman, and his singing is great. I mean, he's proved that many times in the past. But and the sideshow attractions were good, and pretty much all the acting was good, but for the most part. For directing, I'm also going to give it a 3 out of 4. I think Michael Gracey is a director who I would like to see more things from him in the future, but I don't know. I think this was an okay debut for him. I mean, I like to see him really kind of like make just a better movie. As for script and story, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 4. I just feel like there's so many like problems and so many little like things that just don't mesh together, and some underdeveloped stories that just don't really add up in the end, and I didn't really like it. And then for technical qualities, I'm going to give it a 3.5. The movie's extremely well shot. It has great set design and costumes and everything, and it's just a good looking film. And for my final rating, I'm going to give it a 2.9 out of 4 stars. I'd say if you want to see it, I don't recommend not seeing it. I'd say like on Netflix or Redbox, maybe you could watch it, or wait for Netflix or Redbox. So, guys, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about the movie, or what your favorite musical is of all time. So, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.